TravelingMel.com.
Hi everybody, we are in, or near I guess, Ilfracombe, England, which is the north coast of Devon in the southwest side, little leg off of England. And today we are in Lee Bay. We're just going to do another getting to go. We didn't do one in Slovenia, which is where we were last month, but just want to do a little recap of that. We stayed in Ljubljana, which we hadn't really ever heard of before, but it's an amazing place. So friendly, small town feel with kind of a big city infrastructure. And you check out the vids on that. We did several from Slovenia. And what else did we enjoy?
Well, we picked Ljubljana because we had heard such great recommendations about it. So it's not that we hadn't heard of it before. We had heard about it, and people had said great things, and we knew that there would be friends of a friend there too, which was a pretty big deal for me. But yeah, it's a small city, 270,000 people, but it's old and it's charming and it's beautiful to walk around on, and there are a lot of things to do. Much bigger than the places we've been staying in Germany or Croatia, so it felt sort of city-like. And super highlight was that there was this other family, and then it turns out two other families that we got to hang out with several times, and that was really fun, and it was really great for us to connect with other people and other kids, and they were American-Canadian, but they were living there, so they had some good insight on the country and the city in particular.
Yeah, and we stayed in an apartment building, but the apartment was fairly nice, if small. And once we got it figured out, one of the things I really liked was the fact that I had a lot of some really good upload speeds for uploading some stock. So I got a lot of stock footage uploaded, which is good. And I'm currently going through and doing the metadata on that. What else? Anything else on Slovenia?
No, I mean, it's a really beautiful country, and I didn't quite realize, I knew there were some pretty mountains, but I didn't realize the Alps ran all the way to Slovenia, so we couldn't see them because it was foggy and rainy when we were there, but the mountains I think are just gorgeous, so I'm kind of secretly hoping we can get back there this summer, but we'll see, because it's a great place, part of the Alps where you can go walking and do all these things, and there's just not nearly as many people as in the more well-known areas. So it's just a beautiful country, and caves. There's so much underground there that there's just a lot more to explore for such a tiny little country.
Sure. From there we caught a EasyJet to London, and in London we spent I think 5 days 6 nights in a Holiday Inn Express, which was great. People super friendly there, wonderful breakfast, and right near a DLR station which connects to the Tubes network. You can check out several vids we did there, and we went and saw a lot of stuff, not everything by a long shot, but we got out and got after it, so it was a lot of fun. Anything else on that?
No, I loved London. I would love to go back. There was so much we didn't see. I spent one day in the hotel with Finn because he wasn't feeling well, which was fine. But, there's a lot more to do, obviously. It's a huge city, so another time.
Okay, so why Ilfracombe? We've been asked that a bunch. It's not on the main radar for people that don't live in England. And I guess when we were sorting out where to go, we were looking at Scotland, and it was still going to be pretty cold and the weather was going to be iffy up there, and so we thought, well, maybe something further south. And I started to look around, and I found Exmoor and Dartmoor National Parks here, and from there just finding a place to stay via VRBO, we just ended up in Ilfracombe, which is nice because it's not a big city by any means, but they do have several pubs and restaurants and a couple decent grocery stores, which is a plus. And you know, we've got a nice place looking over a green pasture with sheep in it and the ocean. So that's pretty nice too.
Yeah, sheep right in town. That's fun.
Yeah. Where else are we?
What are we working on right now for actual work stuff? I am doing some contract work with Polar Bears International, doing some social media and website stuff, just a little bit, and some other freelance work, writing some articles for a few different things. I've also been working on my YellowstoneTrips.com website and put up a couple itineraries up there. So if you know anyone going to Yellowstone this summer and they either need some personal vacation coaching or just want to buy an itinerary, they are super affordable at YellowstoneTrips.com.
And I am working on, as I said, getting metadata for stock footage logged. That's a tedious job for sure. And also just cranking out YouTube videos. I thought maybe I'd try and go a video a day, but that did not quite work out. That's a lot of work.
You got 2 days.
2 or 3 days in a row, yeah. But we've been having a lot of fun. We've been doing a fair amount of walking, done a couple hikes on the coast. I think not quite as much as I thought we might, but part of that's the weather, part of that's inertia of trying to get up and get out. We have had a lot of rain, but we've also had several sunny, beautiful days, which has been nice. What are some of the challenges you've experienced, Melinda?
I don't really know that there's a lot of challenges. I guess it's always money. We never have enough money. And work-wise, it's just sort of spread out throughout the day. It's not like a concentrated thing where I can sit down for 2 hours, 4 hours and just work. It's all on and off, which makes it hard to fit into a day, but I don't know, it's all working out. It's great, and we've gotten out for, like Henry said, some really short walks, and then Anders and I have gotten out for a couple of longer ones. Yeah, it's been good. It's all good. I think the rain and the gray help you stay home and do some work too. So those days are good to mix in with these sunny days like we have right now.
Yeah, and for me, I think maybe not a challenge. Melinda's been doing all the driving, which is, as you know, on the other side of the road, which I think takes a lot of mental attention. And even for me as a passenger, even though it's much easier, it's often disconcerting to look up from directions and see we're on the other side of the road. And
I'll just point out that everybody keeps saying that Devon has the smallest, narrowest roads in England. So it's kind of it's a bit of an interesting place to get your start with left side driving.
Yeah, especially that they are narrow, and then they've got no shoulder and a stone wall right next to you. So you've got it on your offside, and then maybe a semi or a tractor passing you on the right, and it's different for sure.
Yeah, but we haven't hit anything yet, so knock on wood.
I think for me also, following through on purely creative work, that's one of my goals for this trip, and I really haven't dug into that as much. I've gotten started a lot, but then once I sort of do the thinking, which is the easy part, the doing I get bogged down in. And that's just a matter of setting aside time and making it more of a priority. The other challenge has been cracking the YouTube nut. We had about a week where I got all excited because I was making comments and we were getting a bunch of likes and followers, and then that sort of plateaued and stopped. So still trying to figure that one out. We are up to almost 410 subscribers, which is, I don't know, it's pretty impressive.
Yeah, that's great.
Not nearly what we hope to get to, but you know, it's a matter of time and persistence. And you know, we'll get it figured out, and maybe there isn't anything to figure out. It's just luck and time. So we'll see. What is making you happy, Melinda?
Everything makes me happy. You know, we're in a pretty spot. We keep picking these really gorgeous areas with friendly people and nice things to do and places to go. So I'm pretty happy here. I like that we've had some rainy days that sort of force me into doing a little more work, a little less play, because I could go out and walk and do stuff every day. Yeah, so it's all good.
Yeah, and I really love this area for some reason. It's first of all, it's stereotypical Britain for me, to my mind, and it's very rugged coast with wind-whipped seas and waves crashing and banging around, and the rain is it's not too bad, and you know, even when we're out in it, hasn't been too bad. I also really like the pubs. For some reason, I just like going into this classic English pubs and having a beer and maybe something to eat. That's been a lot of fun. And then I hate to admit it, but the fact that people speak English here is
easy. It's
easy, yeah, for sure. And you know, you go into a pub and you can have a conversation with a bartender and get it's a lot easier to get a little bit more immersed into the local area and culture.
And easier to go to the grocery store when you can just read the container or the what's on the shelf. It's like, you know what it is. You can read what it is. You can decide if you want it. Easy. You're in, you're out.
I'm not trying to figure out what the local language equivalent for oatmeal is.
Or trying to buy moisturizer or something, you know, those kind of things, which is fun. It's just after 4 months of it, I think we were ready for a little bit, just something a little easier for a little bit, and then we'll jump back into it when we get to France. But it has been pretty nice and easy.
Yeah. And then we've met up with several friends, a couple people in London, and some friends from my grad school, a few days ago. And it's been nice to catch up with people and touch base, and much like in Slovenia where we had those the wonderful people we met there to hang out with, it's been nice to have some social interaction. And so it's been, you know, I think for me anyway, every new place we go is the best place we've been, although they've all been wonderful. So that's where we are in our Getting to Go series. If you could, please continue to give us thumbs up, the little thumbs up button on the lower right hand side of the video, and leave comments. That actually, for YouTube's algorithm, that helps us get noticed, helps get us shared around, and helps us travel. Share with your friends, leave a comment, thumbs up, all that stuff. And in the comments, let us know if you have any questions. We'd be happy to answer any questions in these segments and to go into places a little bit deeper or subjects a little bit deeper that you might be interested in. So keep checking back and keep coming along on our journey. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you again next time. Bye.
See ya.